What up, Alex?
What up? Is that Morgan?
Yep. What's going on?
Mark? Oh, you know, living the dream.
Yes. Yes. Same.
Hello.
Castro!
Hey.
I can't find my earbuds. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear yourself?
I put on my Beats headphones.
Boo.
Oh.
Those aren't AirPods. Very
They're
inferior
not.
product.
Slow the fuck down, Castro. Slow it down.
Exactly.
A very inferior product. I mean,
really
what?
all the same.
Why don't you use two empty bean cans and a string? Put them right here.
Mm-hmm.
Just wondering, if you ever lose those beats, just same sound quality,
Fuck all the way off. How about that?
Dre ain't giving me no endorsement.
either is AirPods, either is Apple. Slow down.
You don't even know. Let me tell you something. I'm a happy Apple. So they log all of my purchases. I will be receiving a call in the near future. Don't you even worry about it. Truth in the details.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, we can now.
Were you muted?
All right.
You can now?
Good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I put on my headphones so to make sure it's still clear.
Crystal clear.
Yep,
that sounds
you're
awesome.
good.
Yep. Good to go.
Crystal clear.
All right.
So I put on my beats too, just like Morgan.
There you go, Alex. There you go. Good man. Good man.
Good. So Alex is ready for tonight. All right.
I'm ready.
The spirit of Afro is flowing through y'all all. All right.
Okay.
Just lead the way.
Cool. All right. Everybody good? All right, ready?
Hold on. All right.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ambush.
God damn it.
What happened? What?
This is what. You know what? This is so.
Yo, man.
Alex,
I was on
I know
point,
that you definitely weren't. I know that you know our dysfunction, but that literally is every time we start an introduction.
And by every
Castro,
time, I mean no, that is not part of the every time. Every time does not mean me.
okay, Castro. Castro.
Is it usually Castro's
really?
Can we not be in the year of denial? Nobody has
we done thus far?
Nobody has a denial stone, and that's not a part of the Infinity Gauntlet. Can we move forward?
The denial stone.
The denial stone.
Ding. The denial spirit of Afro.
Wow. She's with us.
White Walker perpetuated offenses are considered especially heinous. In Westeros, 4 dedicated friends investigate and discuss these vicious episodes as members of an elite squad known as A Podcast Has No Name.
I'm ambush.
I am Castro-licious.
I'm Morg, and tonight we have a special guest.
I'm Alex. Happy to be here.
Hey.
And we have another guest that will be joining us in a couple of minutes. Welcome to A Podcast Has No Name.
Has no name. By any other name. Has a podcast.
There it is.
By a has. A podcast has. By a name. A podcast name. Wherefore art thou?
No.
Your podcast. A2 name? A2.
Oh, goodness.
We bring you. A podcast has no name. See?
Everybody clap
Well,
up
all
for
right.
Castro.
Called them down, baby. Jeez.
Oh, that was good. Scene.
Reset. God damn it. I'm paying for this for the hour. Somebody's in the back sweating. Somebody's crying. Great.
All right. So in this episode, we will be discussing what we've been waiting so long for, Marvel's Infinity War. Man!
Yeah.
AKA the movie DC will never be able to make. Ever.
Wow.
Wow. That is not how we start this thing, man. It's the cartoon.
I just feel like it's the truth, though. Am I lying? Is it a lie?
And they have opportunities. Justice League, Legion of Superheroes, Legion.
They're not wrong, Castro.
Wait, you're ruining your stance. You're ruining your argument.
No. There was a futuristic Legion. There was a Legion of Superheroes that's futuristic. They've done Battlestar Galactica. They can do the same thing. Just trust me. That's a story they got in their pocket.
No,
that's all I'm saying.
Here's where we're gonna leave it.
It's over. Marvel.
Yeah,
won.
we've seen Justice League.
No, more
yes, we have.
Totally different. Legion of Superheroes is totally different.
Sir,
it's different than the
what I'm, sir, if I may.
Give it to him.
This is their story of who they believe to be their 5 biggest heroes, correct?
Yeah.
It was such a shit job. Nobody deserves to do anything ever again. And most people, with the exception of Wonder Woman, should just literally, like, Thanos needs to snap his fingers in DC and see what comes out in the wash. Because that shit was awful.
Oh, my God.
Not see what comes out in the wash, though.
In the wash.
Justice League.
I'm sorry, y'all. I knew that plan.
Justice League was awful.
Like we always have to say, unfortunately, I saw Justice League.
Right. You have to start. You have to start with, like, it was a mistake. I knew I shouldn't have gone. I knew I wasn't supposed to. Like, that's how you have to start out with that movie.
You just painted that. I should have wrote it down, but I know the planet that Thanos is on now, and he's sitting there in DC story because it's beautiful. It's euphoric. And he has DC storylines hanging in his watch because he has line dry out there,
Yeah.
He's just sitting there. His Batman suit, hanging over the watch, just washed out, and just that's what we're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
So like Morgan said, Marvel paused and said, "Hold up, DC. This is what you meant to do." And then that's when we watched Avengers.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, nailed it.
At the beginning of our pod, this is how we started. Okay.
Well, let's start the pod this way. Ambush, very brief, quick reaction to Infinity War. Go.
And done. There it is. I had nothing. I was just done. I was staring at the screen.
Castro, very, very quick reaction.
I had no words. Literally no words. Y'all know I like to talk.
Yes, we do. Alex, brief reaction.
Peter Parker, no. That's all I could think of at the end. It was so heartbreaking.
and the government. Use the government. Peter Parker, no. He wasn't.
Yeah.
he was little Peter. Little Peter.
Other than that, nothing. Other than that, it was just sitting there, mouth open, dumbfounded for a minute.
Well, my reaction was, fuck. And that's all I had. That's it.
Right in line.
Yes.
Yeah. The team survives.
Very quickly, listeners, are the plots of Infinity War. We've waited 10 years for this. We've seen many a movie for this. So Iron Man, Thor, the Hulk, the rest of the Avengers, unite to battle their most powerful enemy yet, the evil Thanos, who is on a mission to collect all 6 Infinity Stones, which he plans to use to inflict his twisted will on reality. And the fate of the planet and existence itself has never been more in question.
Okay, before we get
right?
deep diving, that is great. Can we come up with a consensus of how we're going to say Thanos?
Thanos?
Did I say
Thanos?
You said Thanos.
I think it's either one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nothing's wrong. It's a comic book.
Yeah,
and there's no accent or anything on it to tell us either way.
No.
But
it's like water and water. It's good.
Yeah. Okay. So you good, Morgan?
Yeah.
So keep on with Thanos, but I will say Thanos. We're all saying the same thing. You know, the purple guy with the ball.
Okay, except for you're the one who legitimately just asked for clarification and a consensus. And then you said, fuck your consensus. I'm going to continue to say it the way I say it.
No, I was more so encouraged the way you say it. That, in my mind, it sounded like I was letting you say it the way you say it. Look, all right, here's the big thing. Here's the big thing, okay? And this is how I'm going to be this whole pod. And I'm apologizing now. This is 30 years in the making for me, okay? I have Infinity War books. I have Infinity Watch. I have Infinity Gauntlet. There's another little Infinity thing after that. I have all of that. Original copies at my house. My mom is a saint. She didn't burn them or just throw them out in the trash.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was waiting for this story on this screen. You know, I didn't know. How would we know what? Because being a comic book fan, and we all know that it's infinite stories. They can't lose. They can reach their hand in a fishbowl. We don't care. But to do this one, and to do it at this degree, and to do it this grace and this level of skill.
And I remember us having conversations about this before when we were just referencing that Infinity War was coming. Them mentioning the gems in earlier films and seeing Thanos in cutscenes in earlier films. And we just kept saying, if they do Infinity War right, it's a wrap. They can't lose because we all were familiar with the comics. We knew how good that story was. We knew how amazing that story was. And
when you seen Thanos, in, I guess, what was the first time? Avengers or one of the Iron Mans or something like that?
I think it was Ultron.
Did you think Infinity War immediately? Is that what you? Infinity Gauntlet. Of course.
Listen, seeing Thanos, that's the only thing you're going to see Thanos for. That's the first thing that comes to your mind. Thanos, Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah. Okay. Because I do want to ask this, though. I do want to go around and ask this, and this will probably become a lot more relevant, or even better once Z gets on the call. Based on everyone's on the call now, has everyone seen all of the films, and how familiar are you with the comics?
Every single one. I'm fairly familiar with the comics a little bit when I was in middle school, so I know a lot of the kind of the backstories and things like that.
Okay, MJ, I know
I have seen all the movies, and I have not read one comic.
That's awesome.
But there's a bunch of them in my shared home with Ambush.
This is true.
I wish I could make this brief, but I can't. I've been reading comics since I was 3-4 years old, and to date myself, that's 1979, 80. I've been, some of my first books, I preferred comics. And, I had to explain to my mom later. She realized it, but, my vocabulary comes from comic books. I'm reading these words. I have no idea what they are. So I'm very familiar with the book. This is a monster storyline. It was not one of the first, but it was one of the best executed where think about this, every comic book character was in this thing. Everyone. Nobody was unscathed because it was on such a galactical scale. Living Tribunal, Infinity Watches, all of them people at that level, then all the heroes of the alien races, they had to come because Thanos was fucking shit up. So it was just a grandiose thing. So when MCU started making these movies and stuff, you didn't think they were going to take on that type of weight because they didn't have to. There's so many stories you can pick from. Luke Cage, Moon Knight, the ones they have done, the ones they still can do. And so, I haven't seen all the movies. That's the truth. I haven't seen the two. Yeah, I haven't seen the first two Thors. I totally skipped them.
What?
I'm good on Thor.
What?
Yep.
We got to end the podcast right now and come back.
Yeah.
I told y'all.
No, we have to start over. Throw the whole episode away.
I've never seen either one of the Thors at all. I'm very familiar with the storyline. First one is Fish Out of Water, Howard's banished, exiled. Second one is the Malekith and Wait for Time. And Frost.
No, the second one is the appearance of the gem, the red gem. Like
Malekith and the Dark Elves.
Yeah.
The first one is the Frost Giant. Yeah. Wait for Time. Wait for Time. No way.
Absolutely.
And I'm not. And sometimes I'm a slave to my comic book origins fandom, because if I really didn't dig your book, or I'd even glance at your book, at first I was approaching the movies that way. So I never was into Thor. Not at all. I collected them for maybe like a 3-4 month span because they were doing something interesting with Beta Ray Bill or something like that. And but other than that, I never. Because see, I think what is Thor? Thor is not Norse. It's Norse mythology, or it's the other one.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
Norse.
Yeah, I think I like the other one with Hercules and shit like that. So I pick sides, like Michael Jackson and Prince. So I dove into that.
No, we're getting derailed. Let's get back on track.
Right.
We're not doing this.
Yeah, let me ask this. Okay. So you missed the first two Thors. Okay. Now, Morgan, not having read any of the books, how integral would you say the two Thors are to the MCU storyline?
Very.
Really? Like, really?
So remember, Castro, she doesn't have any of the comic background.
I know.
I don't have any of that.
I'm taking that. Now, I saw Thor 3. I saw Thor Ragnarok where all kinds
right, okay, so which is great, but and the problem is, though, that is a different – it's a different Thor, honestly. And so the first two, like if you were to go back after having Thor Ragnarok, you might not like the first two Thors, even though they are they're good movies. But Thor isn't as cool.
Ragnarok had a different feel. Well, because it was different director, so it definitely went a different direction and style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they definitely
right. And I know that with Takiki and all that. And I also love Thor 3 with the whole Jack Kirby thing. But I know I will catch up. But I'm sorry to surprise everybody and shock the studio.
I'm just saying it's gonna taint the way you view those other two. And those other two definitely are integral to the storyline. Like,
but just in the essence of being an MCU fan, are those two lower on the totem in terms of like the best Marvel movies?
So in my opinion, I say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, yes.
Yeah, I agree with them, but I would say this, and Morgan alluded to it. What you have, especially in those first two Thors, is the development of the character, like serious characters. You saw, I forgot how long ago we watched it again, and Morgan was like, this first Thor, she said, I see what they were trying to do, and they got it perfect by Ragnarok. No, just as far as the comedic element.
No, I'm saying Superman, the alien out of water, right? That's what they did with the first one.
No, that's what we're saying. Not necessarily that. Because we've seen that over and over again. But how he relates to humans. And just that, all of that, the way that plays out, them doing the mini movies and the little vignettes in between the films also helped. Like when he had that vignette where he had a roommate. Like, all of these things help build Thor to who we have at Ragnarok. And he wasn't there in that first one. But it was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of character development for those two.
Yeah. Huge.
I feel like seeing Thor Ragnarok, if you would have saw the first two earlier, it's like you appreciate what he is in Ragnarok a lot more if you saw the first two.
Yeah. I mean, I'll retcon, and I definitely will rewatch. But yet to this point, I still have not watched the Thor.
There we go.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Fresh from the movie.
Oh my goodness.
Picture the questions. We just saw it, so that's
right. So you called
introduce her.
Perfect.
Introduce her, Am. And picture the initial question.
joining us for the podcast. This is her first time joining us on the podcast as no name. We say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Hey. What's going on, girl?
So, what makes this really awesome? Right, you're fresh out the film.
Yes.
What's your impression?
Yes. I think this is the first, action film that I was legit fighting tears. I was like, what? What is this? That just, I didn't know what to do with myself for a second. I really sat there for a second wait, this certainly something else is about to happen. Certainly. So, yeah. I wasn't ready.
Excellent. Have you seen all the Marvel films leading up to this?
So I think the only ones I didn't watch Captain America because I fall asleep on that one every time I try. But I did watch the latest ones. I've seen Black Panther. I've seen Thor. I've seen all of Iron Man. What is it? Age of Ultron. I saw those.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't see Captain America or the Winter Soldier one. But the rest.
Okay. Yeah, you got to get that one. That Winter Soldier's going to do things, too. It's going to do things.
Listen, if it was more than what this movie just did to me, I don't want to see it. This is a lot. It's wow. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we've already done all the introductions. We can now jump into the quick summary of the characters. Castro, want to lead off?
Yes, and I want everybody to remember that the quick summary is either one sentence about the character or a short haiku. All right, so whatever you're able to conjure up. Okay. All right, Tony Stark.
Iron Man.
Tony Stark. All right.
It was like Jeopardy. Who is
Yeah, I was like, is this a name association? Iron Man.
No, I was trying to do the haiku, boy.
Oh, my bad. Okay, I'm quiet. My bad. The pause seemed extra long. I didn't know what was happening.
I was still working out in my head. I'm sorry. Like, all right, man. Did I win? Okay.
I just be trying to win.
I'm not going to do the haiku. Okay, so Tony Stark, Iron Man, best armor ever on TV, ever in life of armor exhibition, the best armor, period.
Bigley, is that where you're going? Like, what's happening here?
Bigley, best one. We got great things. We have more armor. It's back there. You can't see it, but it's back there. Trust me. I'm sorry. Fatherhood issues out the wazoo in this movie. This is all. The whole movie to me is about fatherhood. So that's my thing with Tony Stark.
All right, I'll grab Thor. Man, North Side of Thunder has gone through a lot. He's lost pretty much all of his family members, with the exception of his brother leading into this film.
Not pretty much.
His brother's dead.
Okay. Well, I was saying leading into the film.
Okay. No, don't you dare, Morg. Don't you dare.
I stopped.
All right.
Thor is a great character we've seen go through many, many different stages of development. We just finished talking about that earlier. And he really, he shines. He comes through in a big way.
Yeah.
Who wants Loki?
I'll take Loki. Loki is the fucking worst. We can move on.
The end.
Yeah. Loki is Thor's half-brother and the Prince of Asgard, and he deserves every single death he dies.
Oh, my
he
God.
should always die, and he should never come back to life. And I'm glad that he was killed before he could go into the Soul Stone. Next.
What kind of human are you? This is a frost giant, foster child. He's wayward youth. You know what I'm saying? I
okay. You know what kind of person I am? You know what kind of person I am, Castro? The kind that has seen all the Thor movies. So what you're not going to do is talk to me. What you're not going to do is talk to me about the bomb rape.
Flamer.
You're not going to talk to me about having empathy for Loki. This dude fucks up everything on purpose every time he can. Not doing it.
And you've seen him in Avengers. Come on, Cass.
Afro say what? That's
so you see what the
Afro
fingers
say what? Okay. Okay. If Afro is feeding you rhymes more, I'm not having it. Next to you, little thing.
Okay, first of all, do I really need a ghostwriter? Do I really need a ghostwriter?
Just saying. It just feels like she's in the room.
All right, we got Heimdall up next. Who wants Heimdall?
I got him. Heimdall didn't disprove the myth that the black man died first. He was the first man to die.
Oh, come on.
The black man died now. In your movie, it's right there, buddy.
Really?
It's right there in your face.
No, Loki died first, though. Loki went first.
Loki hella died first. Everybody's forgetting that.
Heimdall. No, he didn't.
No.
He sent Hulk.
Heimdall was the salt in the wound.
He sent Hulk away. He said you're going to regret that. Anyway, the first violent death, okay? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Let's give it a caveat so it's still true. Get the fuck out of here.
He snapped Loki like a piece of spaghetti, yo. He snapped Loki like a piece of spaghetti you put in the pot.
He was supposed to. That was actually a sign of mercy to the rest of us. That's all that was.
All right. Heimdall.
We didn't need We could not have had the Infinity War where all of a sudden Loki is like, I don't know which side I'm on. I think I'm going to steal some of these for myself. Like, nobody needed that.
Like, he's so misunderstood to you. A frost giant foster child. Anyway.
I'd like to move forward.
Yeah.
I'll take Bruce Banner. So Bruce Banner, in this film at least, he's turned into a little bitch. I'm sorry. I'm so irritated. With Hulk and Bruce Banner. I mean, Bruce Banner's cool.
It was erectile Hulk function.
It's accurate. It's accurate.
It all started in a Ragnarok, right? When Thor smacked him, and then he wanted to pretend like he was the one. Nope.
Yeah,
Thor's better. I'm sorry. But no, I like his character Bruce in there for the science aspect. I mean, we need him for that, but he didn't show up for this movie. I did like him in the Hulkbuster though.
Yeah.
That was dope.
That was dope.
Did y'all notice it was a different Hulkbuster? It wasn't the other one. I think her name is Jane, or they have names. This was a different one.
Yeah, I wasn't here for this Hulk though. I wasn't here for Hulk in the Iron Man suit. Like, why? No.
Because he couldn't be in the Hulk suit.
At some point, I was like, is he really saying no? Like, your whole thing is to be angry, and you're not angry when, like, come on. Yeah, they could have left that out.
But he was scared to death. See? He was scared to death. Right?
Clearly, and quite a few
Thanos
people
smacked that ass.
after that first beatdown. That's like when the
Thanos is like Ving Rhames and Baby Boy. He gave him the headlock to his over.
And also, it's like Suge Knight vibes the whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's very accurate. Suge Knight. Yeah.
All right. Up next,
you gonna stop
Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers.
I'll take that. Captain America. In his Nomad vibe, if y'all know the comics, that's what it was. You know, he wasn't all USA this movie. Pretty muted this movie, y'all. Pretty muted. Like he didn't save the day. You know,
he showed up when he's supposed to, though.
I know, but and he's always kind of come on out top, even when Winter Soldier's been kicking his ass. This movie kind of, met his match. Because, like, all right, and I won't make it long, the big part in the trailer where he's fighting Thanos off with the glove and he screams. In the movie, Thanos just punched him. Yeah, all right. Like, it was all that dramatic build-up in the trailer. I was like, oh, my God, he's fighting the glove. And there was so many theories about he swallowed a stone or he had a stone. No, just wait a couple more seconds and Thanos is going to punch you with the other hand and keep moving. And also, I think we were a little cheated. Get this man a shield. Those weren't shields. Let's move on.
Yeah.
It was glorified
Black Widow.
That's what that was.
Oh, terrible.
Sorry.
Black Widow. We all know who Natasha is. She's made her appearance in Iron Man films, Avengers films, and then bam, here we are, Infinity War. She's a formidable fighter. She's nothing to play with. She's pretty much shown she can hold her own in any situation. It was interesting to see her fight with Dermalaje. But yeah, she is what she is. One of the only people out there, completely human, no superpowers whatsoever, making it happen.
Yeah. Quick question for the panel. Do we think that the Hulk had his impetus moment because he didn't want to face Black Widow? He didn't want to see Natasha?
No, I don't think that's it.
No.
Maybe he didn't want to get beat up in front of her.
Right.
Right. That was eloquent.
Like, he may not have wanted to get his ass beat in front of her, but I don't think it was about her.
Okay, cool.
I think that was self-preservation. Like, Hulk was scared.
Yeah. Thanos Jason Bourne him, yo. Like, it was a wrap.
I mean, when his Hulk got beaten, I mean, he's been tied and not bested. When did he got beaten?
Yeah.
That was a big,
Hey, Thor had him in Ragnarok, though. If the
Thor did not have him.
Thor was whipping that ass.
Okay, Castro. And now I'm starting to question, did you see any of the Thor films? Are you sure you saw Ragnarok?
I went and saw Ragnarok in the theaters. It was a couple of seconds from the turn, the rep threw the towel in. Come on, man. You had to hang in there, man.
Here's the thing.
You know what? Remember when the Hulk like body slammed Loki and he like kind of laid there like that?
Yeah.
That's what Thanos did to the Hulk. And you see how Loki was after he got Hulk smashed? The same thing happened.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely had
like that. He was just kind of shook. Like, I'm not going for that again. I'm not here for
that's exactly what happened.
He learned that lesson real quick.
Yeah. All right. I'm with it, y'all. Doctor Strange. More?
Oh, Doctor Strange. He is the master of time and was able to make himself way more relevant to me than his own movie did.
Amen.
Amen.
Come with the dark, please.
And here's the thing. That's not even really. I didn't even mean that as a shot. I just mean like after watching Doctor Strange was like, okay. I mean, I guess that's a Doctor Strange movie. I wasn't like, can't wait to see more about Doctor Strange and how he bends the time.
How he bends the time. More
of him having horrible timing in this film. Like,
right.
I was like, you couldn't wait a few more seconds to like not give him that stone, like just a few more, like his time.
Just a couple more seconds. Nope. Okay. All right.
That's fine. Go ahead. Now it's a wrap. That's
exactly. Now it doesn't matter. We know.
Give him a stone, we would be crying about Tony Stark, and we are not ready for. I would have been a blustery mess in there.
I actually walked into this movie expecting to lose Tony Stark.
Okay.
That was my job.
Me too.
Yeah.
I definitely thought.
Right there, I thought it was over.
And I also thought that it was a possibility. I also thought it was a possibility that Cap could die or.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think
so I walked into it with
that. They reversed that. Like, you see, the original Avengers are the ones that stuck around. All of the new ones,
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get that. Let's
so Doctor Strange, real quick, Master of Time, and in this movie, the most significant thing is he's able to fast forward, see all of the possibilities that 14-point-something million outcomes, and only one is where they survive. So I don't know how, I don't know when, but Doctor Strange will be integral in saving the day, in my opinion. Next.
Agreed. War Machine. Rhodey.
You already know another marginalized African American character.
You want Terrence Howard back, huh?
I mean, man, it would have been Iron Man.
Iron Man.
We don't need
Iron Man.
Nah, we don't need Iron Man.
What you want from me, Iron Man?
I'm just saying, man. Hey, man, I'm just trying to make it in this military, man. You know what I'm saying, man? You done broke my legs, man. I only got one good working leg, man. You know how hard it is with one leg, man? They call me Iron
And that
Leg.
was worse for you. It's a lie. Let's move forward.
No. War Machine was kicking ass in this movie. Very very functional in fending off an invading army. So there you go.
Yeah, excellent strategic military man. Gotta love him.
There it is.
Z, you want Spidey?
Oh, he's such a cute kid. That's really but I felt like, I don't know, I was a little annoyed with him for like hanging on, you know, trying to go where he wasn't supposed to go in the spaceship or whatever, but he did his part. He did a good, he saved them only for them to all die anyway, but that's the only, you know what I mean? Like, for this Spidey senses, like, it was cool. He saved people, like, hey, catching people in the air, and then, they all died, but I think he's kind of, everybody has daddy issues in this movie, for real. I think he was kind of looking at Tony kind of like a father figure kind of thing. He was good. I liked him in this film. I liked him in it. He was cool. He did his role. I almost cried, though, for him, too. I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't feel good. I don't feel good. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, I was.
Yeah.
But he was cool. He served his purpose. He served his purpose.
Definitely. All right, who wants Black Panther?
You can go.
So T'Challa in this movie, I feel like he didn't get a lot of shine in it. We got parts of it. We got to see their people fight and things like that. We found out Wakanda is probably going to be gone. But they didn't really highlight that a whole lot. Like, we didn't ever see Wakanda completely get destroyed, which I thought was going to happen. So there's some chances that it may still be parts of it standing, or may have some stuff. I hope it's still alive.
Remember the invading army was on the perimeter. They didn't get into the city. That was the whole, the border control. They were on the perimeter. So.
So hopefully we're still good there. But I think T'Challa did good. You had the famous line, "Get these men a shield." So we kept seeing that in all the previews, so we were ready for that. But, I was thinking back. We were just talking about Spider-Man serving his purpose, and, I don't feel good, and we want to cry. But Black Panther died right before that.
Right.
Yeah. Which caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for that.
Not here for none of that.
I'm curious to see what happens. Curious to see what happens when they inevitably bring him back, because we have to, because we got Black Panther 2 coming back.
Right.
Yeah, that has to be.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry.
And then we have Vision, who established himself in Age of Ultron and basically came out as one of the most powerful Avengers, point blank. Like, dude is incredible with his abilities to actually maintain the Soul Stone. Which stone does he have? There's not the Soul Stone in his head.
The Mind
Stone.
No,
he has the Mind Stone.
He's got the Mind Stone. The Mind Stone's on his mind. It's right there.
Okay.
That should have been easy.
Okay.
That should have been easy.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it was.
He lasted too long to me. Seriously.
Oh, Z, don't do that. Oh,
I'm just saying.
So good. Scarlet Witch.
I'll take Scarlet Witch if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlet Witch has proved to be one of the most powerful people on any planet, and they dumbed her powers down continuously. And again, thank you, Okoye, for all of the great ad-libs. Why was she not down there the whole damn time? You have no business not being on the front line right now, Scarlet Witch. Get your ass out here and fight all of these underground earth mover things that just fucking came out of nowhere. You have no business hanging out with your boyfriend. Get the fuck out there.
Hanging out with your boyfriend.
Like, knock it off.
Perfectly said, more. Perfectly said. I forgot you even said that.
Wow. Her boyfriend's perfect. Her boyfriend's a whole robot.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Turn him on and off. He's like a
system weird,
Black Mirror his ass into the attic. All right.
Okay.
Bucky, Winter Soldier. I got it. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I got it. Oh, no. You want to take it? You want to take good old Bucky?
No, because I didn't watch Winter Soldier, so it's probably not going to be as,
Okay.
Right. Good point.
Well, look at that, but at least you know.
I got it. I'll try again. All right, here we go. The White Wolf. Oh, okay.
Oh God.
Terrible.
White dog.
Alex,
the White Wolf, he gets a new arm, and I'm disappointed because they didn't show all of the things that Sherry gave him in that new arm.
True. Yeah.
Nothing with Bucky.
Agreed.
And he died. Well, and he died first, like the surprising evaporating death. And you're like, what is going on? He was the first one, and Steve saw him die. So there's that.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, that was a weird romance that ended. That's sad.
Yeah.
Falcon.
Anyone can. Yeah. We can skip Falcon. We can skip Falcon.
Move on.
Oh,
he did some cool blowing up.
He died. He evaporated, right? Yeah, he evaporated, right?
Yeah.
We needed a real death.
We needed a real painful death. During the battle.
Yeah, I need him to die like Loki.
Yeah, we needed a real death for him. Blood, guts.
Hey, everybody, slow down. Slow down. Why are we killing Falcon? Like, I'm beside myself.
Why is he there? Why is he there?
He's an Avenger. Because he's an Avenger.
Why? How did he get to be one? He's the fucking worst.
He's a main Avenger. Would you stop it? Stop it.
He's
really hurt my heart.
You're so upset.
Castro. I will admit, Castro,
big fan.
Some of my disappointment with Falcon has to do with the actor playing him. I will admit.
Oh, my God.
You know what, Anthony Mackie?
Yeah.
A.K.A.
Mackie.
He did the movie Crossover. You don't remember him in
Anthony
Crossover?
Mackie, a.k.a. I would never advise my nephew to wear dreads because of how people will treat you and what they'll think of you because you have dreads.
He's young. He don't know what he's talking about. He just opens his mouth.
Well, he's young. He ain't that young.
He has like nice little bombs in the movie, though. So, I mean, he has nice little bombs in the movie, so that,
Yes. Thank you. Nice little bombs. Thank you, Z. Nice little bombs.
Cute little bombs. Yeah, little bombs.
All right. All right.
That's about all we can say about him, though. Hey, he's still Papa Doc, though, from 8 Mile, forever.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly why I don't like his ass. That's why I don't like his ass.
Clarence got a real good marriage. We do not. We're over.
Private school.
All right, enough with the Anthony Mackie slander.
Fine.
What's the next character? I don't know. Eitri. Yes, sorry. Thank you. Thanks, more, because we was about to shoot ourselves in the foot. Okay, so the dwarf, the big dwarf that was there forging the new weapons. Yes.
Tyrion. That's what I thought when I first saw it.
Tyrion. Yes, that's Tyrion. Oh, she's a throner. Ding, ding. Podcast everything. Don't be playing games. Podcast everything. No games. Podcast.
Yes, Alex.
Don't be playing. No
yes,
games.
Alex.
No name.
All right.
Game out,
I was super hype about him. I was. That's the first thing I said when I saw it. I was like, Tyrion's in this too. Like, it was great. I'll take Tyrion. What's his name? Eitri?
Eitri, yeah.
Eitri. Okay. So, I appreciate his role in it. He was like, he was super, he was on top of his stuff. He was kind of down and out, whatever. But then, Thor came through with a good pep talk. So, I mean, I'm glad that he got the hammer together and everything like that. I thought he was dope in this. His little time in it was significant. He played his role. I thought he was dope. I might be a little Tyrion biased, but he was funny.
No, we all are Tyrion biased. I think we all him as a giant.
Okay.
To see Tyrion as a giant was so perfect. I almost stood up, but I didn't want to disturb the nerds.
I thought it was good. He still had his little one-line, funny little parts in it. So I thought he was good in this. I liked it.
Right. Wong. I'll take Wong. Wong is what we like to call in podcasts that was no name lore as the enlightened one in this movie.
Right.
Because When the shit hit the fan, I'm going back to the sanctum, and I'm out.
What black people do in real life when we don't go towards the danger, this is what we're doing, I'm out. That's what happens.
He said, where you going? Strangers off the planet. I got to go protect the shit that's in this place with the spot, and I'll see y'all later. Page me. You got my beeper. Yeah. He was out.
Yeah.
But it was cool that the Russo brothers took the time and the skill to even have him in there and him have a couple of lines and fight and shit like that. They left no stone unturned. Good old Wong. Yep.
Well, my last name is Wong, so I like him just on the strength of his name being
Hey.
My people in there.
My people.
Right.
My
people. They're my people.
You know what I'm saying? Broke North. Nah. What I'm talking about. I'm chilling with Wong in their sanctum, whatever they want to call it. Lock the doors. Shit.
Lock
the doors.
We're having a sleepover at Wong. So
Alex, you take Mantis.
All right, so Mantis, she did her thing. She brainwashed Thanos for a few minutes as best as she could. She couldn't hold on quite long enough, and that's pretty much all we got out of her in this movie.
And she also confirmed that Gamora was dead to everybody else.
Yes,
when she was that was big. That was pretty big.
I think we're really they're giving us opportunities to show us exactly how powerful Mantis is, because she was able to subdue both Thanos and Ego. Ego's a damn planet. He's a celestial. Yeah. She was able to put that dude to sleep. So, Mantis is she's serious business. She's serious business.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nebula. Man, Nebula had a hard way to go on this one. We've watched Nebula develop from movie to movie. We hated her, come to like her and love her as she's changed her position, always in opposition to her father, period. No matter what was going on, her enemy was always her father. And she pretty much she caused some work in this one. It was terrible. That was a rough scene.
She's like the girl version of Loki sometimes, like just hate your siblings, mad at your dad. Like But she had a rough go this time.
Yeah. Man, if I realized Drax was up next, I would have gave Nebula to somebody else. Who wants Drax? Damn.
I do.
There you go.
Drax is my favorite. I don't care if he didn't destroy anything in here, being Drax the Destroyer. Doesn't matter. His humor killed, and matters the most to me. Drax is great. He is such a concrete thinker that everything is hilarious to me. It's like everything he says and does is the best.
Why Gamora?
And my favorite. What? My favorite is when he's standing there after Gamora and Peter have this whole moment eating chips, and they're like, "How long have you been there?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "An hour."
Yeah. I'm moving so slow. I'm imperceptible.
I'm positive. My man said, "I'm positive I'm invisible right now."
This just came in with the high Drax. Yo, that was
You see the resignation on his face, like, damn, I gotta keep
he was like, God damn it. Like, I just knew it.
Needs more work.
Yeah, Drax the Destroyer will always get all the high fives from me.
He's a fan.
I will say, I thought that scene was a reference to Mystery Men and of Keenan and Kel's character. Yeah, it reminded me of that.
You're looking. I'm invisible.
I'm invisible, but not when you're looking. You're right.
When you're looking at me, my invisibility doesn't work. So.
Y'all gotta watch that. That starts the superhero universe for real. Mystery Men.
I'm not familiar with the direct quotes you're giving. No, I'm just not familiar with the direct quotes you're giving. That's all. But it reminds me I should rewatch.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
it's great. It'll make you appreciate the Avengers way more. Seriously. But,
all right, so we got Gamora up next.
I'll take
Gamora.
Why is Gamora? Tragic. She's it wasn't bad. Because Tony started it. First off, who is Gamora? You know, Starkian way. Like, I'll start. But Gamora is the most tragic figure in the movie. Very much. And again, reiterating the theme of fatherhood in the movie. I felt for her the most. Like, I mean, I know she's okay. Some watchers might not know she's okay. It doesn't look like she's okay, but I have faith that she's okay somewhere out there. And they did a lot with her character. She even had a moment with Quill, asking him to sacrifice her. So I felt very empathic to Gamora in this movie.
Z, you take Groot because you just watched Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. So you got the full Groot experience back to back.
Yes. Listen, so I love Groot. I love him, and I feel like I'm able to translate when he's saying I am Groot. I feel like I know everything that he's saying. I love Groot.
So what did he say? What did he say in the beginning of the movie? That horrible phrase. He said something bad with a nasty word.
Oh, it was some profanity in there. I think they was like.
It was so bad. It was too bad.
Yeah, it was too bad for me to repeat, but it was bad. It was all bad. But I think Groot came in. He came through when he needed to. When he, put his big boy, twigs on or whatever you want to call them when it was time, with the axe, to give Thor his axe. He came through right on time for that. I thought that was dope. I was sad because I'm like, Groot dies again? Like he died.
Right.
I'm like,
right. Like triggering me.
Right now. Like Groot died again, but I loved him. I love him, and he's cute. He's like the lovable one. Him and Drax are like the lovable characters to me. So I thought I thought when he was supposed to, he came through. He helped, with the axe. He helped, string some people up when it was time to fight. So yeah, I liked him. I like him a lot, and I need him to how are you wood and you turn into ashes? Like, come on, man. What is this? Whatever. I was mad about that.
I always find it interesting to come across people that say, I've watched all the films except for the Guardians of the Galaxy ones. Those look stupid. And I feel like you are missing out on some of the best shit, period. Absolutely. Especially when you're talking about the family dynamic that they have. And all the character development that we're seeing. Rocket, who's up next, man, Rocket really came through in this joint. He's been stepping up to the plate every single film. We've been seeing him act, getting more and more mature through these different situations. I mean, we don't know how old Rocket is, but we're seeing emotional maturity happen every single film. He's
had the
more
captain moment,
responsible.
Yeah, and that was a big emotional moment for Thor to realize that his family is decimated. We're in superhero 3D glass land. We're not even thinking.
Yeah.
It's father, brother, friend, like everybody's dying. Sister, she's dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All of his friends. All his
Asgard is destroyed. Your home world is destroyed. It's like to me, it's akin to excuse me. And tragic to say, somebody survives a fire and then the only one in their family, and everything goes up in smoke. And I think he came through big time to pull it together and have this major weapon, which will still be vital in the next movie.
Right. Alex, take Thanos.
You want me to take Thanos?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much to go into this character, and I feel like I was worried.
What the shit?
How worried were you?
I was super worried, 100%. because I just didn't know how badass they were going to make him. Like we needed to understand how much of a legend and vicious killer, whatever you want to call him, that guy Thanos was. The way they started off with him just, like you said, snapping Loki like he was some linguine pasta, and then we talked about him with, him holding Cap, and he looks at a child and smacks him to the side. Like, they did such a great job making Thanos, just showing us how powerful this dude is.
I agree.
But I also they did a good job of giving some, even though you like kind of hate him, there's like parts where you're like, okay, I see where this dude's coming from. Like, not that I think it's right, but I see where his mindset is.
They did a great job
with Gamora.
Yeah, they did a great job giving Thanos agency in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, exactly. and now he wasn't just a megalomaniac laughing, you know, with
killing the world.
And they didn't do the blue beam into the sky. There's not one blue beam into the sky in this whole movie, and I really appreciate them.
That's true.
If you watch a lot of these movies, there's a lot of blue beams into the sky, Suicide Squad. So anyway, Peter Quill.
You're not wrong.
Peter
but it's not DC, so you know it can be better than that.
Yes. It's okay. I got you, Alex. All right. Peter Quill.
I'll do Quill. But real quick on Thanos, he was kind of fine to me. But moving on, I was like, oh, Thanos, I see you. But,
oh man, I mean, if you want to see our boy in other movies.
Oh wow.
I mean, Josh Brolin plays better characters in the movie, but he's not such an ass.
I didn't catch that, Alex. Are those the beats? Are those the beats that are doing that?
Okay, Castro.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
I just, like you guys said, I just watched Guardians, so I was like, oh, you know, he has some daddy issues too, whatever, and which obviously play out a little bit, I guess, in here with him, you know, whatever, him and I had to kill my dad and all that stuff. But I was annoyed with him. Like, you really got in your feelings and, like, ruined everything. Instead of you going over to help, like, get this glove off of this dude, are you really asking questions about Gamora? Can we figure out where Gamora is after? Like, you ain't even hit that, and you acting crazy. Like, what's going on?
Damn. Cold-blooded.
A podcast has no name.
I'm just saying. Like, you really... He flipped out at the worst moment because Mantis did have it under control, and you really you lost for a minute there. Like, he just didn't come through at the right time. The times he did come in, you had some cute little funny lines with the, jealousy with Thor. But other than that, the time that you show up in the film, you ruin it. Like, bruh, we almost had this guy. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? So, I was over Peter Quill, and he really didn't have... His purpose, I guess, was to help Thanos defeat everybody, I guess, because that's what he did.
I have to interject. We do all know that this is a movie, and, the Peter Quill moment kind of had to happen to give us this hope. I mean, we're watching it, and I'm thinking they're going to win. And then, and literally, the glove was off his hand. Like, Parker had it, the bands of Sidorak. If y'all notice those red things that flew around the thing, those are actually the bands of Sidorak. That's like a whole long thing, but that's really great to see the Easter egg. I'll bring it up again later. But, I do think but also this was Peter Quill-ism. The being headstrong, fighting with Tony on the plans. All of that was like them really going to the lengths to actually bring the character into their universe as is and not make him fantastical so they could win. I think the reality of everything closing in on us, and Zika the Tessa, she just saw it. It's just like this shit was real. Like, goddamn, they're not winning. It's not getting better. There's no eagles flying over the mountains to come save us from Voldemort or whatever. I'm just mixing everything up, but it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, but Morg,
can I,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
You know
and can I say one thing just about Peter before we move forward? That I think is an important thing, and I may be stealing one of the points that Ann was going to make, but we see the differences in all these different ensemble groups. Like the Avengers are their own greatness, on their own, and then they come together and they do their thing. But it's also always very strategic and planned out and tactical. And the Guardians of the Galaxy are literally flying by the seat of their pants. Like they never have a plan.
Always.
And part of their thing is, okay, it's like him and Rocket coming up with plans, and then it's some weird formed, half of one plan, half of another. Like, so in that very moment in Infinity War, the way that Peter jumps into that conversation is like, this was my plan. Like, everybody high-five me, guys. Look what, it worked. And then he fucked it all up. Like, that is Guardians.
Can I interject?
Our kind of syndrome thing going on. Like, I need you to pay attention to me. I need you to know that I did.
Yeah. And he was struggling with that ever since Thor appeared, and Drax was like, yes, you're. What did he say? You're a boy.
You're a dude.
Man. You're a dude.
You're a dude. He's a man.
He's a man. I love it. This movie was so good.
What were you going to say, Alex? Alex, what were you going to say?
Alex, speaking to your beat.
God damn it, Castro! Sorry. This is very clearly a reception issue, not a technical difficulty with a chord. You gonna leave that man's beats the fuck alone? Those are
you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now?
We got you. Yeah.
You got me. Okay, I realized what happened. My beats were dying. Thanks, Castro.
God damn it!
They're wireless.
I just stick up for those fucking beats.
Oh man, Peter. Hey, for the record, Castro, I'm Team Apple. I am Team Apple, Castro. So that makes you feel better.
No problem.
I'm hanging out.
No more. Stay with me.
I'm leaving.
I'll take that.
I'll say something for Peter.
Yes. So Morgan, I was going to make a sports reference off of your point. So the way you explained it, I would say the Avengers would be Tom Brady, and Peter Quill and Guardians of the Galaxy would be more like Brett Favre, where it's just like there's never a set play. He's always good off script. Tom Brady
and the hands are up like it was planned all along when he literally threw it with his eyes closed. Brett Favre had he's thrown the ball with his eyes closed 2 times. Check the book.
And
2 times.
And then
check the book.
Kind of like Peter came in kind of like Tony Romo and just messed it all up.
There's another good one. Tony Romo was a great reference.
Romo.
He came in like Romo and ruined it all in the fourth quarter. We needed that.
Look, y'all, I can't. There's this whole video essay I was about to watch. Did Peter Quill mess everything up? And I refuse to watch it. It's on YouTube, but I might have to.
Don't.
I don't want.
That was this situation right here, as Morgan described it. Yeah, that was the one disappointment I had with the entire film. It was that Peter Quill moment. But again, the way Morgan just explained it, which is based off the conversation we had, it all came together for me right then. Like later on, as I'm watching the rest of the film play out, I was like, it really couldn't have happened any other way. It really couldn't.
Right.
This is just how they operate. It just is. And for Peter's ego to come into play earlier in the film with Thor, and then his relationship with Gamora to be the failing in this moment. Yeah, this is perfect Guardians of the Galaxy. This is all of these mini worlds in Marvel coming together in this one film. And yeah, it couldn't have been a perfect operation. They're not the A-Team. They're not Mission Impossible.
Right.
There's no way it's going to work the way it was supposed to. So next we got Pepper Potts, who was in there for a quick moment. I feel like Pepper represents. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I feel like Pepper represents that side of Tony that we were seeing in the last film. Settling down, moving away from all the chaos. He wants to go that direction, but at the same time, he can never really let go of Iron Man. He can never really let go of Iron Man.
But I thought that
kind
was
of fooling himself into thinking that he could. Go ahead.
I thought that was a real emotional moment there when she was like, "Get off that ship and come back."
Yeah.
She knew, she knew that. I didn't even know the ship was going that fast so early, like just and bouncing. I didn't know what it was doing. I thought they were gonna, try to extract the gem closer to Earth. And she kept saying something, and then it started breaking up. That was a moment for me. I was like, dang. You know what I mean? Just when they got their stuff together, he's off-world. With literally no way back, kind of. But he does have a kind of way back because Nebula is there. But, yeah.
Isn't Pepper, like, part like, mutant or something now, too? Right?
She took the the extremis thing, they probably cured her that. So she was inflicted with the extremis thing in that one movie, and she fought, but there's no sign of it since. She didn't have it in Spider-Man Homecoming or anything like that.
Well, we have, I was going to say we haven't really seen it in an instance of where, she would have used
She
it.
needed to use it. I know, but
it
was unstable. Yeah. It was unstable. Remember, it made people blow up, so I'm pretty sure they got that out of it. That's all.
That's true.
Shout out to Afro. She is the greatest note taker ever. This is great. So the Collector was in there, but was he in there because he was really part of the reality gem hologram to lure more? So he probably was there.
He was already dead. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. It reminded me of Terminator 2. Your parents are already dead. Like once he copies them, he's already made use of them. That was kind of ill. And nowhere was destroyed, too. Or did anybody notice that? It was, like, totally destroyed, on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, completely.
Okay, next up is Shuri. So Shuri was in it for a little bit, but she was already one-upping all the other scientists in the movie. I love Shuri. She still had the little Panther gauntlet thing. Not enough Shuri, but I know that that's this type of movie. So hopefully a little more Shuri in the next one.
Right.
And lastly, we have Okoye. Beast. All right, undercover, lines galore. Great, best lines in the movie. Some of them. And also
Starbucks
the fight.
line fell a little differently.
I talked with my man about that yesterday. He said in his theater, everybody was like everybody sighed.
Yeah.
He said Starbucks or booed or something like that. It was a different reaction than when they wrote it a year ago.
All right, so now we're going to jump into the backstory. Gamora and Thanos. We also have Tony Stark, Iron Man, the whole PTSD situation, Spider-Man being his apprentice, and basically how you guys felt about that. Let's jump into Gamora and Thanos' backstory first. I think we got little inklings of it in the trailer, but to get that full explanation of how everything played out and how he kind of adopted her, I think that was dope. That was amazing. And for all of that for them to show all of that to us, really, I won't say it humanized Thanos because he's not human, but it really showed us he was capable of caring. He was capable of love. You know what I'm saying? So much so that, I guess in contrast to all the horrible things he's done and things that Gamora had seen him do, she didn't even know that he loved her. She completely had no idea that he actually loved her and cared for her. That was.
But I slightly disagree. I slightly disagree, Ann. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead, Z. You can go first. I'll bounce in a second.
No. I was gonna say, I think I kind of knew where it was going. Once whatever that was saying that he had to give a soul for a soul and all that stuff. I kind of knew okay, he really he's very manipulative, Thanos is throughout the whole movie, but you could tell it was really he had really grown to have some love for her. So I was like, oh, he's gonna sacrifice her. He's that power hungry. He's gonna sacrifice her because he does love her. So even with the way he treats her, the relationship between her and Nebula from the other movie coming forward, from Guardians going forward, how they talk about you know, how he treated them or whatever. When I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, Gamora's gonna die. Like, he actually has some feeling for her. I think they did a good job of making him be human, quote unquote, in that moment. Mm-hmm. So I kind of felt like I knew that was gonna happen. As soon as I saw them together, I was like, oh, he loves her. She's gonna die, even though.
Yeah.
She realized it at that point when she tried to kill herself. When she tried to kill herself, I think she on that.
Yeah. 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 Also noticed that he captured Nebula first. So if he was just going to take one of his daughters to sacrifice, I mean, he needed Gamora to find out where it was, but you get what I'm saying? It was Gamora for a reason. Obviously, he played favorites and things of that nature. It was Gamora for a reason. So.
That's what I was going to say. This is a situation where the parent actually very clearly and distinctly has a favorite child. It's not like, oh, I love you both. You're my children. You're all my favorites. No, it's very clear. It's very clear. Gamora has always been his favorite. This is not something that was happening in Nebula's head where she's like, Daddy likes you better. It was crystal clear to Nebula her entire life. That is your favorite. You really can't stand me.
Quick question. So Gamora was responsible for getting him 2 stones then, right? Like that little balance thing, was that a stone in it? Or am I
no, that was just that was just like a blade he gave her. So he could
get the stone. Okay. I was for a minute there. I was like, did she give him that red stone? What happened there? But okay, she just stabbed him and it didn't work. Got it. Yeah. She already had it. All right. But yeah, I do. I think that I think they did a good job of making him look human. But I also think that she knew, like, right before he got ready to toss her, like, which made me mad at Peter for not killing her sooner. But yeah.
Yeah, Peter failed a lot.
There's a lot of
and that moment when when Thanos when she's expecting him, Peter, to kill her. He's like, we had this conversation already. Do it. Do what you got to do. And Thanos is like, you expect too much out of him, which my dad has said that to me about men before. Like that's a loving father-daughter moment.
Not Am, though. Not Am.
No, not Am. Not Am.
Not Am. Yeah, right. Yeah,
no, not Am. But yeah, that's to be very clear, not Am. But that's a clear, loving father-daughter moment. In a moment where he's about to kill his daughter. Like that's a weird little emotional roller coaster to go on. But that's definitely a moment where you can say, oh, Thanos does Thanos loves her. Because he's just like, you just expected too much out of this dude.
Way, Morgan.
Even at the very end where he like has the vision of Gamora as a child again, and she asked him, did you do it? And he's like, it cost him everything. I think in that moment he's talking about his relationship with her too. At the very, very end of the movie. So it's definitely, they really do a good job of making it. Even though you like hate him because he kills everybody, like you really in that moment are like, oh, just for a moment, or at least I was. I was like, oh, that's sad. He really lost everything to gain everything in his eyes. So, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't felt bad for Thanos once, and I don't think I'm going to.
Hashtag fuck Thanos.
Right.
Right. Fuck the ball.
No, I hella respect him. But this is so. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for him. He ain't out here giving any sort of fucks about anything. Also, this whole entire and it's back. Anyway, that's all I got.
Oh, okay.
He was like, "Oh, he's so cute. I feel sorry for him." Oh.
Right.
And then he threw a sword off a ledge, and then I was like,
"Right."
It was a quick moment. I was like, all right, well, whatever. Kill him. That's what I wanted. You cute and everything, but you ain't that cute. So, yeah.
I wanted to also highlight 2 more main overt themes. One being purpose. That's what was pushing Thanos the whole time. in his mind that this is his purpose, his life's purpose. The same thing with Tony. He was also moving with a certain sense of purpose. I felt like he felt like it had to be him throughout the movie. And the other thing, go ahead, Ann.
I was like, he did a really good job of identifying that for us as the viewers when he said basically Thanos has been in my head since the invasion of New York.
Yes.
Like that the fear of Thanos and whatever is out there in the cosmos has been chasing him and motivating him through all of these films, leading up to this point. So that was a centering moment for me. I was like, oh wow, okay,
a huge time.
Never looked at it like that. Yeah. So while all these other things are going on, the Accords and finding out people, whoever killed his dad, while all of these things are playing out, and Vision and Ultron, in the back of his mind,
he's drove him to make Ultron.
Exactly.
Now we're finding out the rhyme and the reason, about all of these things Tony has done since then. But also, quickly, I wanted to get into the last overt theme I wanted to highlight was the theme of collaboration. I think this movie did an excellent job of splitting our characters up, but making them all find ways to be useful, even if they never met before. Because remember, the Guardians never met the Avengers before. So we're wanting them to see, and we're watching Quill jump on the mystic rings and stuff while he's leaping at Thanos. This is great collaboration, and it just goes with the ultimate underlying comic book theme of good versus evil and fight to the end and those type of things. But I love that.
What's better than Thor introducing, this is my friend, Tree and Rabbit?
Yeah.
And also, I would like to point out the maturity of Rocket for letting Thor call him Rabbit through the whole movie.
Very mature.
Never corrected him.
That's a
hey, it's
never
better than
corrected
Trash Panda.
But also, I would like to point out that it seemed that Rocket didn't even know what a rabbit was. Because every time he said
no, he was like, is that good or bad? Is it good or is it bad?
It's better than Trash Panda, Rocket.
Yeah,
it's definitely better than Trash Panda.
Trash Panda cool. Yeah.
So I want to skip over this. Let's make sure we do talk about the relationship between Tony and Peter, Tony and Spidey. I think that, because definitely Spidey's death, someone in one of the message groups, in one of the spoiler groups that we're in on Facebook, someone was like, why did that death have to play out the way it was? It was just so dramatic. Oh, it was drawn out. And my first response is, this is a kid. This is a high school kid.
That's why
this is a little kid.
Yes, that's
right.
That's what happened with this Spider-Man is because that he is a kid. We grew up with him. We knew he was a kid, and like we said, he wasn't a 28-year-old with a backpack like Tobey Maguire.
Right.
Right.
Like me and Zilla, longtime guest of the pod, we thought that in Spider-Man: Homecoming, the most harrowing moment was when he was stuck. And Zilla's a father, Am's father, Morgan's a mother, and I don't know if anybody else has children, but you were like, oh my God, there's a kid stuck under tons of rock. Like, I don't care.
Oh, that was terrifying.
Yeah,
that was terrifying.
He needs something.
When he was screaming, that was terrifying. That was the worst.
Awful. And when I watched Infinity War, when I watch it again, I'll have the moment. Things were happening so fast for me. My brain was clicking so much that when Spider-Man did evaporate, I kind of missed that moment. Everybody in the theater was going on. I was still stuck on T'Challa. And so, I just kind of missed that. But that was big. And when I thought back on it later, I had a moment. It was like, Mr. Stark, I don't want to go. Like, they know what's happening to them. Man. It wasn't just like, I don't know what's happening, and then, their eyes go back. Sometimes those type of deaths in these shows, everybody just falls out or whatever. But, they were evaporating slowly. I was like, oh, man, and they're conscious of it. So, that was a lot for me. But,
my nephew, I got a text from my brother. My nephew cried. He's 5. My nephew cried when Spidey died.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was that was a very real moment right there. Because he is, like you said, he was a kid, so it was like, oh my gosh.
This is this generation's Empire Strikes Back. I know some people.
I like that.
But
I like that.
So now I didn't watch Empire Strikes Back in the theater, but I watched it like 1 or 2 years right after it came out. And you're into the Star Wars thing. I wasn't a Star Wars guy. I'm a Trekkie, but I was following it. I'm young. I was young as shit. But you're like, this is not a good ending. What's happening? Like that's it. Like the credits are rolling, and you're waiting for the big triumphant horns and somebody to swoop in on a Millennium Falcon, and that wasn't happening. They looked like they were in bad shape. And that's what this movie reminds me of. We are in bad shape.
Yeah.
Now, some of us know the comics, we know the thread, but it's still a matter of we just watched a harrowing, explosive experience. What are they going to do? Because it doesn't look like there's anything. What are they going to do?
Yeah, it looks like it's a done deal.
Right.
Yeah, my boy, one of my boys said on Facebook, Thanos brought ashiness to Wakanda. I'm like, like, yo, he really did.
Look at that. Our body.
And it wasn't. So it's awful. The movie it's a great film, but it's awful. And that, like, wow. And so even with that moment with Spidey dying, like, even he was the only one in there too that I think was like, oh, I don't feel good. So you kind of felt like, ooh, this isn't really a good thing happening here. Yeah, it's not painless. Yeah, everybody else is like fading away. And he's kind of like, I'm sorry, you felt like, ooh, this is hurting. This isn't like he's not just disappearing like everybody was just disappearing. And then even the moment when he's apologizing to Tony, it's kind of like he felt like he failed him in some way. And I was like, oh God, no. And I was almost crying in the theater. Like, I sat in that movie, half the movie with my mouth open, like, what?
Yeah. And I just wanted to comment too on the Peter Parker part on why I think it was so much more devastating for him. It's because of all of them, right? We've only had Spider-Man: Homecoming where he's really had any battle. The rest of them are all battle tested. They've been fighting and killing people and seeing people die for years. Yeah. He hasn't. Like, this is new for him, so he wasn't ready to go out. Like, of course, he's a 16-year-old kid. That's a whole different experience for him.
That's a great point. Great point.
Yeah, he's been spending all this time wanting to become a full-fledged Avenger, and he finally got the chance. And he's like, I'm sorry, I screwed up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, man, y'all all stop it, man.
And I'm a dad, too. I know the pain you're going through,
he was definitely one of the likable ones, too. Like, he's, I love all of them, but he's like, he's innocent. He, like you said, he just wanted to be a part. He wanted to, like, really be a part and do something big. And I'm like, why didn't you stay on that bus, little boy? Because it was bad. His was bad. His ending was bad.
He was like, oh, we're using our made-up name. I'm Spider-Man.
I'm Spider-Man.
And Doc Strange wanted to be like, no, little boy, my name is Dr. Strange. Like,
God damn it.
It wasn't even worth his time.
All right, so let's move into comparing it to other Marvel films. Where does this rate? It's a silly question.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not so silly. But where does this rate amongst the other Marvel films?
Wakanda Forever. No, but
okay. Second. This is the number 2 movie. It will always be number 2. Dos. Uno dos.
Drum. Drum.
Next question.
Next question.
Next question. I accept your challenge.
Yes. Yes.
Yo, this movie was dope. I like how they brought all of the different characters together in it. I thought it was really dope. It was like a couple of different movies going at one time, since they were in space and they in Wakanda and they were in New York. It was dope, but it's still Wakanda Forever. Like, I can't even bring myself to say something is better right now.
I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna agree with the group here. This would be number 2 under Black Panther, right above
Winter Soldier.
Yeah. So Black Panther, Infinity War, Winter Soldier.
And Avengers. Avengers is 4. The first Avengers. That would be 4. Right after Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see.
I'll probably go Civil War. I don't know. I feel like
Civil War is good, but is that the
Thor Ragnarok though has to be in there because he did beat Hulk, Castro.
Oh my Are your beats charging? Are they in the charging pod? Are the beats in the charging?
They're charging.
Make sure the light is on. The light's on. All right.
I'm just on the iPhone now.
All right. No. All right. So this is the spearhead. I mean, we all love Black Panther as the number one, but this is the spearhead. This is the opus. They've been working us up to this. There's a horrible review in the New Yorker. I'm going to put it up on our Instagram page because it's horrible. It's this person keeps saying there's no intros to the characters. The thing is, if Avengers had 3 on it, you wouldn't go in there wanting intros to the damn characters. But because
intros.
Right?
That was what Justice League needed to do because they didn't have the other movies first.
Right. And so it's like,
hello.
You know what
hello.
I mean? Thank you. And so, you know, it's a horrible review, but all y'all have to read it. It's wonderful. This is such a triumphant undertaking. So this is definitely their top piece, and it doesn't make it harder for the other movies because I wanted to tell everybody this: they've been on an incline. We had Spider-Man: Homecoming, Ragnarok, Black Panther, now Infinity War. We're at the peak.
Yeah.
So let's just keep it rocking. You know what I'm saying? Then we got Ant-Man and Wasp, but we know that that's happening prior to this. We got Captain Marvel coming. And they're finally going to do some space shit. That's the only thing left is more space shit. I mean, they got Guardians of the Galaxy, but more space shit. Because you know me, and everybody knows me. I'm all about scope. And if you can get me to think you're at one point of the universe to the other, I'm waiting for the Shi'ar, I'm waiting for the Kree, I'm waiting for the Skrull. All of them going to be there. MODOK, all that's happening. Trust me.
All right. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I think the numbers for this was like in 600 million. This is the biggest opening weekend for a film, period?
No, it's second.
Shout out to Black Panther for that.
Well,
okay.
It's second domestically because it was in 250. So it's right below Force Awakens in terms of like the biggest opening weekend.
But altogether, it's the biggest opening movie ever. At 600, I just read it, Castro. At 630 million.
Right? Wow.
Global, yeah.
Wow.
And it beat Force Awakens. And it exactly, Zidonia. It hasn't opened in China yet. That doesn't open in China until May 11th. So they're going to get a huge burn this next weekend, and then open the following weekend in China, which is the second biggest movie market.
Right.
So,
And this is a rewatch.
And it'll crush Star Wars too.
And this is a rewatchable.
Star Wars doesn't do well.
Yeah.
In China.
This is a rewatchable for different reasons than Black Panther was.
Definitely.
Pride that went into watching Black Panther a number of times and support, and we want to put our money where our mouth is, so we did that. And I got
another viewing in. I have another Black Panther viewing coming up. Yeah, it's still happening.
And this movie though is we need to witness it again. But I had a friend that said he might not want to see it again. He did go see it again actually because of how epic. He did know it's funny. He wanted to see it again. He told me he wanted to see it twice. But there was an epicness to it when he first saw it. He saw it Thursday night, like when it was first available. He has a movie club. He was telling me, and it's like so everybody in there is a cinephile and all that good shit. And he was saying it was so grand that he might not want to see it again. Like I haven't watched Moonlight again because that experience that was something for me. But this also movie it lends to repeat watchings. You got to go a couple of times, maybe even 3 or 4. It's that large.
Yeah.
So many Easter eggs in it, and that's our next section.
Yeah. So let's do it like this. Everyone, your favorite Easter egg.
Okay.
I think me and Morgan might have the same one. We went
yeah. So let me go first.
I want to go first.
Since we had the same one, let me grab it. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to steal it. From Ambush. No, I'll go last.
No, do it. Because our excitement, like it was equal. Like when it happened, I had like a kind of like a twitch, like a syntax error. I was like, no, that couldn't have just happened. And then you looked over at me like, what? So you take it.
Okay. So when they get to nowhere and Thanos has his foot on the Collector's chest and he says, "Where's the stone?" Straight from Snatch. Wait, is nobody else grabbing this?
100%. Yeah.
Straight from Snatch.
100% from Snatch.
Where's the stone?
I just want to say I don't know what an Easter egg is, so I'm going to...
Oh!
I was trying to listen, like, maybe it's going to be something like it's not real, like it's, you know, a rabbit having an egg, like, I don't know. So, but go ahead, I'm going to listen.
Oh, that's hella funny. So an Easter egg is like a hidden an Easter egg. Wait. Just an Easter egg is like a hidden thing from something else for fans and watchers. And so this in particular was a line from the movie Snatched, which is one of our favorite movies. Snatched. Yes. And and the Benicio del Toro is the Collector in this movie, and he's actually one of the
Four Fingers. Frankie
Four Fingers in Snatch, and he says, "Where's the stone?" to a bunch of people. So for Thanos,
that's perfect.
So for Thanos to have his foot on his chest and say it was just like,
yeah. Yeah,
it was
Can you
amazing.
just say the line one more time? I just like how she says.
Where's the stone, Abby?
Where's the stone, Abby? Where's the stone?
Okay, I want to go next because I don't want anybody to steal mine. So my favorite Easter egg was, because me and Zilla were talking about it. Zilla's my best friend for everybody that knows in the pod. The other day, we were talking about the motherfucking Red Skull. And I was like, he didn't die. He didn't get evaporated. He got sucked up somewhere. And when they went to
real quick, Castro, real quick.
Yeah.
Z, this is why you have to finish Captain America at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why you got to finish the first Captain America.
I'm going to get some Red Bull and watch it at the crack of dawn so I can be, because I'm telling you,
there you go.
It starts slow for me. So.
There it is.
Yeah.
So when Red Skull popped back up, I said, "I know it!" And I was screaming. I wanted to scream in my theater, "Zoa!" Like I wanted to call him right there. We were just talking about it, and to see that he's now, the guardian, the last stone. That we were all wrong. Okay, can we all raise our hands?
Yeah.
We were all wrong about where this stone was. All wrong. All
yeah.
So,
all of them.
All of us. Every single one of the people on Earth. Yes, we were all wrong.
Every theory, all the theories were wrong.
Everything. It was in Heimdall. It was in Captain America. Whatever.
It was Wakanda. Everyone was wrong.
Insanely wrong. So the fact that Red Skull popped up there. Yes, man. Go ahead.
They switched actors for the Red Skull.
Yeah. So let me talk about that, please. So Can I? Okay, so I'm the only Walking Dead fan, probably, of color. So I'm still a Walking Dead fan. So this is a guy.
Wow.
In Walking.
Oh, you mean that's left?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. A lot of people have jumped ship. It's really gone
they have.
To the shit. A lot of people have jumped ship. A lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right, so there's a character. I think his name is Aaron. I could be wrong. I'm mixing it up. And he's a middling character. He's not a main character. But he's not like just a background guy. So he's in The Walking Dead, right? But he's also, I looked at him, I don't know why, but he's also a great impressionist. So he does like Christopher Walken, John Hamm, John C. Reilly. The list goes on and on. I watched him do like 20 people. So what they did was they hired him to play Red Skull, to do a Hugo Weaving impersonation while doing Red Skull, to get around that. Because Hugo Weaving didn't want to do it. He didn't want to come back.
And he nailed it, because I thought it was Hugo Weaving. I thought it was Hugo Weaving. He nailed it.
But I was also so absconded by seeing Red Skull again after 9 movies. You know what I mean? Like, that was the last time we saw him. Maybe 12 movies. I'm not in terms of like chronologically speaking. So that was my favorite Easter egg. That was great for me.
Alex, what you got?
Anybody else?
Oh man, so I think some of the movie references. I think that between like Peter Parker, I love that one. You know, the Aliens, that really old movie. I love they touched that on again, and the way she killed
the Footloose one. The Footloose
and
one
the Footloose,
hilarious
yeah,
too.
Kevin Bacon.
That was hilarious.
It's Kevin Bacon in Avenger. And then is the Footloose still the greatest movie? And it never was.
It never was. It never was. And if he did that, he did that on screen, like, and it was so fluid. Yeah, that's Am's favorite. Especially when they're stuck on the tractor with his shoelace. Get out of here, man.
Wait a minute. Hey, what's my favorite? What are we talking about here?
Footloose and Grease. I know you love those.
Dare you? Get out of Grease. Oh, yeah. You know what? I've grown to appreciate what these films mean to other people. How about that? Maturity.
I like it.
2018.
Specifically to Morgan.
There it is.
Hey, I ain't never fucking seen Footloose. Don't put that shit on me.
Just Grease. Just Grease. My bad, Morgan. Just Grease.
And she mentioned she ain't never fucking seen no fucking Footloose.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
Put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Do not put that evil on me. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
You never seen Footloose, Mark? Stay away.
No, I've never seen Footloose.
Stay away.
I have no plans.
You're okay. You're okay with that.
Stay away. You're good with that.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing Flashdance. I don't have to see these. I don't have to see these movies. I'm good.
Wait.
You know.
Wait. How many Set It Off and Stir It Up and Hip Hop
None.
have you watched?
None.
You have to watch at least 3 in your lifetime.
First of all, you just said Set It Off and Stir It Up, and that's the name of this episode.
Did you mean Bring It On? Is that where you were going?
Yes,
Bring It On?
Yes. This man said,
Stir It Up.
How many Set It Off and Stir It Ups have you seen? What?
It's like a Stir It Up. It's like a Bob Marley dance movie. What are you talking
right.
about? Set It Off.
Y'all know that they like Bring It On like 8. You know they're like up to 6.
Yeah.
Like real talk.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Gabrielle.
You got
Union in the first one.
Hey,
right.
Solange
in the second one.
Wait. Shout out
let's not forget. They got the TV show now with Neo.
Yes.
Wait,
what is the group though?
Yeah.
What's the group?
What?
Black is in there, right?
Yeah.
Black is in that movie, right? Yes.
Black.
Black is in another one.
Bring It On is like a TV show now with Neo.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Enough.
I don't know anything about that.
It's like on Freeform or something. Yes. Anyway.
We're way off the rails now.
Yeah, let's get back.
Show.
I don't know if this is considered an Easter egg or not, but like I love how they at the end when Samuel L. Jackson is about, he's dying, and of course he's like known for dropping F-bombs everywhere, and like right before he like
welcome to your first Easter egg.
Oh,
yeah.
You did it.
Mother.
You did it.
Yeah. That was okay. I was like, and that was cussing and everything. Like, yay, classic Samuel L. Jackson. So yeah, that was yay for me. I got an Easter egg. I feel
you did it.
It's like not a real egg. It's a plastic egg with $1. Woo-hoo.
Right. Yes. The best kind of egg.
The best kind.
Yes.
Because that, yeah. Okay, yeah. So one of the only Easter eggs that I've known that anyone hasn't mentioned yet is Tobias from Arrested Development appears in
all blue.
This is his second appearance in this universe. Yeah, this is his second appearance in this universe, and it's in the exact same place in the collector's, hall of collections. So yeah, that was dope. That was excellent. I like how they just keep throwing them in there. That was ill. That was ill. Man, excellent movie. All right, so now
plot holes. Did anybody plot holes? Did anybody pick out any plot holes?
Are there any plot holes? I will say this. Watching Black Panther die, quote unquote die, was a clear indication for me that these weren't deaths.
Yeah.
Once Black Panther died, I was like, these aren't real deaths. So now it did bring down the weight of the film. It brought the entire weight down. Like,
I agree.
okay,
we know. Right, and we know. And Spider-Man is shooting his sequel already. Like, this is some information we know that's going to mess up the reality of the stakes there. And again, if you are any type of reader of the comic, this happens in the comic, y'all. Spoiler alert.
Right, you know where they go. Right.
He vanquishes half the people or whatever.
But I think we're going to see that in the trailers for part 2. They're going to show us to everyone there's these trailers for part 2.
That they're back.
I think so.
That let me know that they weren't real deaths because it said Thanos will be back. Well, what is he coming back for? He's already killed half of everybody. So.
He did.
But all right, but no, this is not a secret. But Thanos is a habitual underachiever. He always fucks his own shit up. Like he's like Squiggy and or Ziggy in The Wire season 2. He's just a fuck up. No matter how much he wins. Right? No matter how much he wins.
Yeah, that's so great.
That hit home for more. That's
really true.
That made it real.
He's his own worst enemy, no matter how ambivalent he becomes or his thought patterns he is. One thing I want to say that the movie did an excellent job of is reducing it, because Thanos' motivation is death in the comics. He's in love with death and he does everything for her. To make it mathematical with, I'm getting rid of 50% of every population, in the universe, I thought that was genius. It still makes it great high stakes.
It was.
But it simplifies it enough that a 5-year-old can cry when Spider-Man evaporates because he knows that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? At the end of a movie, even though that's fucked up. All right.
And the other one I would mention, and we kind of glossed over a little bit earlier, I went into this film, like MJ said, expecting to lose either Captain America or Iron Man, or both of them.
Yeah.
And they've been part of the Marvel Universe for so long. They could die now, and it would be okay. It wouldn't have been like, why'd they kill them? No, it would be okay to let those two go at this point. It really would. So when he caught that axe to his chest, I grabbed Morgan's shoulder like, oh, my God, this is the moment. We're losing Tony. But then
we're losing him.
When he caught the shiv. Yeah, it looked like it. And that was all in the trailer. I hope they remember you, and all that stuff was really like, we thought, this is playing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're both at the end of their deals, too.
Yeah, exactly.
And we know when Soldier could take over his Cap.
The things that we know outside, like Gamora, Zoe Saldana, is she's 3 years in. They're about to be 3 years into the Avatar. She's not doing anything for the next 3-4 years. Now, I do know that they shot Infinity War as one long thing and cut it in half. You could tell. They did that.
It's done. It's done.
So she's probably still in the second part, but that might be it. Because Avatar, you already know. They're probably shooting it in space and levitating island somewhere off the coast somewhere, like for real.
Right.
Like,
Right. And then she has to come back for the Guardians film too. She's got to come back for the Guardians film too.
Right. So she's if they don't kill her off, I'm saying Avatar is an undertaking. She might be done with the series because when is she gonna shoot? You know what I mean? Like 3 years for real, 3 years. Like they'll have breaks and stuff, but you know how homeboy is. That's serious business, and they're shooting 5 sequels or something like that.
Who's going to Avatar?
Zoe Saldana. Gamora.
Okay, but didn't they already say that she would be in Guardians 3 and be, like, bigger than Peter?
That's what I'm saying. She has to come back to Guardians 3. Yeah.
Y'all think she's coming back? Yeah. I think she's dead.
I think
she's coming back. She was wrong.
She was in the end of the movie. She was in the end of the movie as a young child. So I will say that she wasn't talking. So
I mean, think about Guardians as a team. Without Gamora, where's that balance?
She's all Peter doing everything.
She's the sensibility. Exactly. She's the sensibility of the entire team. Everyone else. I mean, she's whichever way the wind blows.
She is Leela's Peter's Fry, but
correct.
There's a certain weight to her being like you see what it does to Peter. Like that's an interesting arc.
Right.
If she was like dead for a while, and he's dealing with that, that's big for Peter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up.
All right.
Well,
all right.
wait.
So
can I say?
Go ahead.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I just have one half a plot hole. and that is when they changed Thanos' whole reason for doing any of this, they opened the possibility of a different fix of that. No? Like, you don't have to kill everybody. You have the Infinity Gauntlet. You can do anything. Why don't you just provide for those people? You know what I mean? Like, to take him from being the most evil, at least with what I thought and heard and knew of Thanos, was he is the most evil, the most careless, the most heartless, coming to kill you, doesn't matter, snap the fingers, all of that. And then they humanized the fuck out of him. They really made you not hate him. He was way less of a villain to me. Yeah, he was way less of a villain. It was this weird fake, his skewed view of humanitarianism. You know, like he's like, really, I'm doing this for the greater good, when you could actually do the greatest of good instead of that. And so that's the only, I think, with changing his whole trajectory, it opens up a plot hole.
Yeah,
right.
he's like the
really
robot
looked at the sunset at the end. Like
Thanos
really sat and looked at the sunset at the end, like he said, like he was at some sort of peace with what he had done. So it was just, that was too easy of an ending for him to me. So that kind of made me think, like, if something else has to happen, like it can't just be that. You know?
Yeah.
Well, you know what other plot hole I'm thinking of too, that I just was thinking about, me and my wife's brother were talking about after the movie, was Hulk. Like in the comics, Hulk and Thanos fight a lot. Like they're huge enemies. Yeah. And so it was weird that they made it just, he got his ass with once and it was just done. Like I feel like in the next one we have to see a lot of Hulk Thanos standoff or something.
I think that's going to be major. I think Hulk's return to the fight is going to play an integral part in defeating Thanos. I really do.
What if they?
I really could.
Hey, y'all, what if they use this opportunity, right? Because at the end, Banner does say to Hulk, "Hey, Hulk, buddy, we got some stuff to figure out, man." What if they use this opportunity to slide in some Grey Hulk? What if they're able to do that? I'm not Mr. Fix-It the character, because you know that's definitely he's a gambler and hustler.
But emerging in a personality. Yeah. It could happen. Yeah, I think
for him not to be so Hulk smash. Not so much Hulk smash. Because was he so Hulk smash in the Infinity? Was he all Hulk smash, like diminished intelligence when he was fighting Thanos in the first Infinity Gauntlet thing in the comics? I can't remember. Or was he intelligent? Okay.
He was intelligent.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right.
Yeah. I have a question.
All right.
I have a question. It's not about Hulk though. It's actually about Loki. I haven't read the comics, so I don't know if he comes back or not. But because there was that part in there when Thor was like, when he was talking to Rocket, and he was like, he's died before, but I'm not sure if it's for real this time. So is there room for Loki to come back, or is he done?
Okay, so he died. This is his third time dying in the MCU movie. The second time was like a super hoax. The first time seemed real, and then this time. To me, I think he is dead because he turned blue. He's a frost giant, y'all, and his eyes look like they're rolling.
And a cold-hearted snake.
Yeah.
Why don't you add that in there?
Why don't you put that on the tombstone?
I wasn't sure if he like snapped his neck or what, but I was like, oh.
Yeah, so I mean, so he does come back to life a couple of times, various ways, but this one seems a little final. I would like to say that anybody that died a corporeal death in the movie, meaning like you saw them die, not evaporate, that's where I think we could put some weight, except for Gamora, because remember they said a soul for a soul. So her body might be on that planet, but her soul is probably in the Soul Stone. That's a wild pitch, but that's probably where she's at, because that's who he was talking to.
I don't think it's that wild of a guess. I think that's probable.
And that's why I think everybody is. Yeah. Everybody that he vanished is in the Soul Stone, so they can be released.
Yeah.
I also want to say this is another plot hole we got to double back on. So they showed that Scarlet Witch is powerful enough to destroy a stone, but not really, because he got the Time Stone and he just erased that, and then just whacked her, backsmacked her and stuff. So she can actually destroy stones. So, or can she just destroy the Mind Stone, or was it weakened, or what? You know what I mean? So if she can destroy stones with her power, then just let her destroy some more. But I don't think they're going to go back to that. I doubt that they'll revisit her destroying a stone.
I think Thanos realizing that she has the ability to destroy a stone is going to put him, once they have to square back up, she's on the hit list. Like, you got to take her out of the equation. Quick fast, whatever he does. Turn her to ribbon, turn her to squares, whatever he's going to do. He got to take her out immediately.
That was a great effect, y'all. Because that's an actual nod to the comic book. Turns his brother Star Fox into squares, and he actually turns Gamora into ribbon. So he did that to Mantis and Drax. That was a direct line. I was in there nerd geeking. So that was great. Go ahead, Mark.
I think that she's going to play an integral role in getting stones back from him or destroying whatever they got going. I think she's going to be a big part of the fight. They just spent so much time showing us that.
Yes. And
she's one of the only ones that powerful.
They upgraded her character this whole movie, big time. Like, she's,
Definitely.
Even though they were kind of on the run with Vision and, And I would like to say the movie had a nice, slick way of reducing certain powers that required special effects. So because Glaive stabbed Vision through his stomach, he never phased. And because Hulk didn't want to come out, you never had to do a full Hulk. Well, there's little clever ways they made it where even the most powerful
didn't have to spend all of the money.
Right. And the most powerful also were, held down. Thor was off-world for so long before he came back, for all the lightning effects. But they didn't mince on effects. Did anybody see an effect that looked wonky to them? I thought Thanos looked great the whole movie. Did anybody see anything that looked off? I thought everything looked great to me. Maybe the creatures at the end of the invading force, but
the invading force was pretty weak, but that's if you're really reaching to something was weak.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What if Rocket call them face dogs or something like that?
Right.
Face dogs. Yes.
Face dogs.
Yes.
You know what? No, there was one scene. There was one scene that really stuck out when everyone else was kind of moving in slow motion or regular motion, and Flash was running really, really fast, and then you could see like Superman turn his head, like all of that. Those special effects are. I'm sorry, wrong film, guys.
Wow, I was like, what's happening right now?
You said bad special effects. My mind just jumped.
You straight to Justice League.
I want
terrible bad guys. That's what.
Sorry, guys.
All right,
I kind of lost
Go ahead.
I was like, I gotta go back and see this again. I told you.
She's like, wait. You're like the Flash woman? Yeah, that's fucked up, man. The Flash.
No, what? Yeah.
Wait a minute. I didn't see any of that. God, Jamie.
And a podcast still.
And it has no name.
No name.
All right, so let's get ready to wrap it up. Very easily answer question here. Rewatchability, and would you recommend it? I think pretty much everyone's going to agree, yeah.
That's a yay. Unanimous. Everybody that agrees say yay. Yay.
Yay. Seeing it again tomorrow.
Hello. Already on the list.
I'll be going this weekend. Anybody wants to go with me? Z, you're more than welcome.
Hey, I got the movie pass.
You know what I'm saying? That wasn't for you, Alex.
I feel like you almost have to rewatch it though, because there's so much happening.
Yes, it's one of those. It's that way. Yeah. So we were in Wakanda. We wanted to go back to Wakanda. People are trying to book imaginary flights, and we went right back. That was good.
All right,
let's the way that they play Wakanda. I wasn't. I didn't need that. I was like, see, we're so friendly. Why we gotta let people in? That's what I was thinking.
Maybe the Olympics. Maybe a Starbucks.
Maybe
Olympics.
Olympics. That was dope though. That was Olympics. Maybe the Olympics. Maza.
All right, let's score this thing.
Let's score it.
Okay,
so Castro.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
Okay.
Can you explain how our deal?
Yes. So we score with no name. So, but there's 5 of us, right? So we usually do it with the 4 because there's 4 of us mainly, but now there's 5. So the top score can be 5 no names, 5 being the best,
right?
1 being the worst.
Right.
And you just tell your score, and then we do the average, and then we give a definitive score, stamped, signed, sealed, and delivered. So, anybody can go.
So out of 5,
let's let the guest go first. Alex and then Alex.
Out of 5,
I gotta go.
Give it.
Alex is me. Sorry.
I'll go solid 5 for me.
Nice. Z?
I'll give it a 5. Yeah, it's a 5.
All right. MJ?
Yeah. All of the no names.
Damn. Castro, are you going to be weird, or are you going to give it a 5? What are you going to do?
I remember this isn't Justice League we're talking about.
It's moments like this that I truly question all of my friendships. From the first to the last. From the last to the first. But I would give it 5 no names.
Bam! There it is. There it is.
Am you concur?
That's
a perfect score
all the way around. Hell yeah!
Perfect movie.
Perfect score. Come on.
Perfect movie.
Come on.
Give it up.
Wait, Black Panther didn't get a perfect?
Yeah, it's our second.
I'm pretty sure Black Panther got a perfect.
It's our second.
Yeah, I think you got a perfect movie.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's second perfect no name.
Don't be racist. Don't do that.
Don't be racist. So we would like to thank our guests for showing up on our wonderful podcast. We had a blast.
Yeah,
we were so glad that y'all hung out. We know these things run long, but we were definitely glad to have you, and we hope to have y'all on some future pods in the future, near future, in the future past, days of futures past.
And thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
all right.
You.
So faithful listeners, follow us, like us, comment, rate, subscribe, please.
Please.
Feel free. We do this for the people, and the people do this for us. So, on behalf of the podcast that has no name, and if you did hear that it had a name, you better ask somebody. We all like to say good night.
Wakanda
forever.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.